Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another full album rant. Hope you are all having a lovely morning so far. Hope you're having a great day. A fantastic one. Today, we are going to listen to Silverchair, their album Diorama. We listened to the first track previously, and now we're diving into a full album reaction. This is going to be their fourth studio album, released in 2002. We're listening to this because it was suggested and sponsored by Andrea. Andrea, thank you so much for the recommendation. Thank you so much for the over-the-top support as well. I truly, truly appreciate that. This had also been suggested by quite a few people after we had listened to Across the Night, the first track on the album. This had been mentioned, or at least recommended mentioned, by Laws, Spunks, Bessie? Beachy? Like B-E-C-E. I was thinking like Italian, like Beachy, like Becci, BC. Jonathan Gilbert, Kevin D, and Sidecar Dog. Thank you guys so much for the recommendation, or at least mentioning this album, Diorama. Like I said, we had listened to the first track already, so I am going to listen to the track again, but I'm not really going to speak on it too much since we've already gone through it. We've already talked about it. So if you want a true first reaction to that specific track, then we would just, then I recommend looking at that specific video for Across the Night. But otherwise, we'll at least listen to it, so we'll at least have it in our minds as we follow the track list, but we'll let that go. Also, Andrea had said that the last track, it has a long silence and a little hidden bit, but it's pretty much kind of empty. And it does say it's a hidden track, so you know, a lot of those hidden tracks, they have the song, silence, and then something, and more silence. So we'll kind of play around with that one as we go, but that's it. That's the intro. Of course, if you don't mind, pressing that like button helps a long and great deal. Recommends YouTube to look at this channel and the video and hey, maybe we should share this with other people. The Buy Me a Coffee, which just went away. You can sponsor a song request or even an album request, just as Andrea did here today, and all the other plugs as well. Let us go ahead and dive into it. We're using a new plant-based protein in our protein shake today. Gotta admit, it doesn't taste as good as my other ones, but I think that if I adjust the recipe, adjust some of this a little bit, I think we can get it up to par and up to snuff. Let's go ahead and dive on into the album. Once again, I really appreciate you all joining me, and I hope that you enjoy listening to the album with me. Hope you enjoy going through it with myself. Let's go ahead and pull it up. We'll start off with Across the Night. And as always, my friends, this sip of my spinach/apple protein shake with the plant protein that's not as good, but we'll work with it. This first sip is here to you.
Across the night was the moon that stole my slumber.
That's good though. Like this. This song.
I fell in love with people sleeping.
This feels like the album cover, opening that door to something magical, fanciful, epic.
Felt sad, asleep in a good notion. The span, a spark in my fascination. I don't mean to make you cry, but these feelings run right through the night, and I'll only make you cry with these feelings. Across the night was the moon that stole
It's very
my
catchy, too.
slumber. Across the night, I fell in love with people sleeping. Across the night, across the night, across the night, help demands a fleeting shoulder.
I love that orchestration, it's so colorful.
I don't mean to make you cry, but these feelings run right through the night. And I'll only make you cry with these feelings. Across the night.
Love a long fill.
Was the moon that stole my slumber across the night? I fell in love with people sleeping across the night, across the night, across the night. I hugged a man's African shoulder. I hugged a man's African shoulder.
This is a great opening, you gotta admit.
So let us be married and have another baby. 'Cause I don't wanna be lonely, I just wanna be alone. Yeah, let's just get married, shouting baby, baby, babies. Oh, you'll never sleep, I don't wanna be lonely. Oh, you'll never sleep, I don't wanna be lonely, I just wanna be alone.
Love how those notes have a darker, more dramatic turn.
Never seen the sunshine from higher points than sunrise. I don't wanna be lonely. Never seen the sunshine from higher points than sunrise. I don't wanna be lonely. I just wanna be
One more time. I'm so sorry. The sneeze was coming like at the very end of the song, and I was like, mute the microphone, let it go. And it still made its way through. Okay, like I said, I'm not going to talk too much about this track. We've already done a first listen. But Across the Night is this beautiful cinematic experience. It's like the album cover, opening this door. I love the colors on the door of the album cover. And like it really does feel like this invitation, this opening and entry point to a warm, colorful, exciting new world, something fantastical. The singing is absolutely brilliant from Daniel Johns. The orchestration that happens around him is bright, it's dramatic. It's just a really, really great song. That halfway point when it becomes a little bit more like a little slight more of a darker tone, not dark, but just a little darker, becoming more dramatic in its heaviness, the ending riffs, like it's just all around a really brilliant track and a great opening to the album. However, let's see where that goes. Let's see how that continues on as we hit the next track, which is The Greatest View. Here we go. Okay. Did not expect guitar heaviness coming through. Completely not what I was thinking. It's like a symphonic rock bit now, huh?
You're the the list. The fungus in my milk when you want no one and you got someone. Through the wind you crawl. I love the burning dunes where no one else will ever see. Now that you know why you feel like you do, but turn in their head.
Good rhythm. It's kind of Nirvana-esque. Good line.
Mistakes don't mean a thing if you don't regret them. So
That's a good one, too.
back
Great
it
writing.
tick toes for the reason. Chain a waterfall to burn away the skin no one else will ever see. I'm watching you watch over me.
It's a good chorus. Catchy.
The greatest view from here. I'm watching you watch over me, and I got the greatest view from here.
There's that opening guitar. I like how it gets heavy there.
Now that you know why you feel like you do, but turn in the head while say wait for no one. And finally I know why I feel like you let me go. I'm watching you wash over me, and I got the greatest view from here. I'm watching you watch over me, and I got the greatest view from
Can I tell you what's really great about that? First of all, the guitar in the intro, I was not expecting to be hit with such a hard-hitting guitar. Based off my knowledge of the band, and which is only the first track there, I was expecting. I mean, we still get a very much symphonic direction here. I just was not expecting such a heavy guitar intro there, which was a very welcome slap in the face. And then how crunchy and devastating it was, and how sweetly the music turned out right after. And then when the guitar does come back later on, it expands upon it just a little bit, brings that idea into the fold, and then continues right back to where it was. But what I'm saying is, with this type of music, at least based off the first two tracks, what I appreciate, and this is just personal, is that it's like it's pop rock that has its heavy elements, has those orchestral elements. It's very sweetly sung and delivered. Those melodies are gorgeous and, like I said, light and colorful. And there's a really nice light towards all the music. But at least so far, it hasn't crossed that line of cheesiness. It hasn't become like overly sweet or saccharine where you're just like syrupy sweet that you're like, okay, all right, we get it, right? It hasn't quite gotten to that point of being so sweet to the point that you spit it out. And I really like the balance that they strike, and I think that's because not only because of really great writing from the band and the lyrics, but also the actual composition of the music itself. You know, the way, once again, that guitar is handled, brilliant. How it sweeps its way back into the really nice verse, great piano. The chorus is so uplifting and catchy, and it's beautiful to listen to. It feels just like flying. It feels hopeful. And I love that positivity that's kind of inserted into the music there. And the way that they orchestrate everything is just really brilliant. Like I said, Daniel Johns, I think, is a wonderful singer. And the drummer, Ben Gillies, you know, there's occasions where like the fills might go on a little long, and I mean this in a good way. Like they're expanded upon, right? Those fills kind of put you into an unpredictable place, the way that they lead you on. Then the crashes come in. As we heard in the previous track, they play with those time signatures occasionally in some ways, but it's always very accessible and always very entertaining to listen to. On this track, as opposed to the orchestral arrangements on the previous one, the arrangements here are handled by Larry Mahobarak. Clicking on his Wikipedia article, so we can see who he's worked with. He says, let's see, he developed a reputation as a top player arranger, first with Elvis, later with Neil Diamond, Tina Turner, Ray Charles, Tanya Tucker, Barbra Streisand, Nancy Sinatra, the Archers, so on and so forth. You see quite a bit of who he's worked with here. Some collaborations. I'm looking for names that stand out to me. A little Glenn Campbell, I see. As we mentioned, Barbra Streisand, and so on and so forth. And I really think that his orchestration has such a wonderful and, once again, uplifting touch in the music here. This is a very, very good song. Let's look at these lyrics. You're the analyst. You're the fungus in my milk. And can I tell you, the other day I opened our heavy cream to use to mix it in the eggs to make them fluffy and nice. Yeah, it was a little thicker than I wanted it to be when I poured it in. I said, oh, that's a mistake. When you want no one and you got someone. Through the wind you crawl and laugh at burning dunes when no one else will ever see. Now that you know why you feel like you do, they're turning their head whilst they wait for no one. And finally, I know why you feel like letting go. Like now he's gaining understanding. I'm watching you watch over me. And I got the greatest view from here. I really like that line. Like there's this mutual care and respect and responsibility that these two people feel towards each other. He's watching this other person from a caring standpoint, and apparently they're doing the same thing and reciprocating that towards him. Mistakes don't mean a thing if you don't regret them, so pack your tactic toes for the winter. I get you. Chain a waterfall to burned and wither skin. No one else will ever see. Like no one will ever see what you're going through, but I'm paying attention to you specifically. Now that you know why you feel like you do, they're turning their head whilst they wait for no one. And finally, I know why I feel like you're letting go. Like once again, this deeper understanding. Now, who could he be talking about? Who is he having this relationship with? Can I be honest? I don't know why. I could be reading this completely wrong, but I view this as a parental kind of thing. I view this as maybe he's looking over his parent, maybe as they're getting older, and just as his parent looked over him. He says, the way I had it arranged, this is Daniel Johns, was quite different from how it turned out. I knew the record company would gravitate toward that for the first single, but I didn't want it to be so generic. I wanted it to be challenging. But I think I had too much trust that the melody would catch people. David came in, this is David, the co-producer of the album, and helped me arrange it in a way that was palatable, yet still different. Before, it wasn't palatable, but it was different. So there was he went a little bit maybe too far. The record label was like, let's pull it back a little bit. And the co-producer was able to do that, which is what a good producer does, right? Tries to bridge sometimes the music, the artistry, the creativity with what does the label want? That's what they want. Okay, it's the first single from the album. Let's see. Peaking at number 3 in Australia, 4 in Canada as well. It's The Greatest View is a song that really focuses on people's perceptions of the same problem or the same scenario. Basically, what was going on in my mind was that I had a lot of people who were watching over me and watching my every move, making sure I didn't fall back in the heap that I fell into whilst writing Neon Ballroom. Because I was aware of that, I felt like I had the greatest view from here, from where I was from, because I could see what was going on. I was aware of the situation, control of my own destiny, which makes complete sense. And I really like that. There's your chart information, as we mentioned. Oh, and actually, what I forgot to mention. Okay, listening to some of the sounds, some of the melodies, no one is going to know what I'm talking about when I pull this band up. No one. Some of the melodies in here reminded me of the band Dark New Day. I know there's like 2 of you out there that know what band I'm talking about. Like in some ways, I'm not going to play like a lot of their music, but like it reminds me a little bit. This is not orchestrated the same way, but like some of the notes and the way that it was played, I don't know why. This was like the 3rd CD, the 3rd album I ever bought. And so it's very nostalgic for me. Okay. Like I said, some of you, there's like 2 of you that are going to know what that is. Let's move on to the next track, shall we? Which is going to be Without You. Here we go. There's this heaviness in here that I did not expect.
Miles away, there's hope of smiles brighter than mine, and that need for you to come and go without the truth falling out. Oh, incision.
Nice transition on the drums.
And to stay like the sun through the trees on a clouded day.
Bass warming up the song as well.
You brought to my life like a polystyrene hat, but it melts in the sun like a life without love. And I've waited for you, so keep holding on without you. Without you. Telephone, socially getting impaired. If the trees will bloom, the wind can blow without the fruit falling out. Old incisions refusing to stay like the sun through the trees on the clouded day.
I love that guitar. Wow, leading you into the chorus like a wave.
Like a polystyrene hat, but it melts in the sun like a life without love. And I've waited for you, so keep holding on without you. Without you. Feels like the wind blows, holding you with us. She takes no other, false love and ashes, blooming
Nice
like
roll on. See that drum fill? Just takes it over the edge. Hey. I love that. That little code switch. That was a really cool little like break there. It's a little hard to follow. So because I'm not really familiar with the band, I can't speak to their history or how this album differs or is similar to any of their other albums or their other works. But what I can say is that the opening tracks made me think of like, okay, this is like an orchestral rock kind of rock pop band, right? Very well may be true. But then those heavier elements that are involved in this track, for example, those drums, which are so like alternative rock, but like, you know, moving into like towards like a Breaking Benjamin, you know, that kind of like alternative rock, some good alternative rock, makes me think that like, did this band have their beginnings as that kind of band? And this is like one of their albums that, for lack of better word, is getting a little bit more sophisticated, you know, introducing the orchestra, introducing different elements like that. I don't know. I can't speak to that. I'm just asking a question because this track definitely has it. There's no orchestration in this one as well. There's just a little bit of organ that pops up, which I see on here. It's going to be a Hammond organ performed by Rob Wolf. This one's just more of a straight rocker in its own way. And I love how at the same time, while it does that, it still has those elements of sophistication in there, right? From the way that they're playing to the organ being involved, the way that Daniel sings in here. By the way, I haven't mentioned Chris Jono, who's playing bass. And here, I love in some of the spaces of the music how his bass warms everything up tonally alongside of the guitar. Daniel, he pushes his voice very much towards that climax as he reaches that climax, then he pushes again. He reaches that climax. I'm just looking outside the window. I left my car window open. Oops. And then he like pushes it up a little bit more. So I like how this track has this constant melodic escalation. To me, it kind of feels like watching a sunrise. It's beautiful. It's radiant. Like I mentioned before, it's melodically light, and it hits very well going down the whole time. But the intro of the drums, like when I hear this, like I'm thinking like, okay, like the band has some heavy roots in some capacity, or members of the band have heavy roots, you know, like in what they've been influenced by and such. And the guitar even in there is like, I love that pitching up in the, like, I think that sounds so cool, you know, and it sounded like I was doing Twisted Transistor by Korn. Okay. Let's look at these lyrics, huh? Sometimes I get too distracted. Miles away, there's hopeless smiles brighter than mine, and I need for you to come and go without the truth falling out. Like, I need you to come and go, but we don't want the truth to come out. Like, let's just keep it perhaps as a little bit of a little lie in a sense. Old incisions refusing to stay. Like, let's keep things hidden. Let's not let the truth appear and ruin this. Old incisions refusing to stay, like the sun through the trees on a clouded day. You brighten my life like a polystyrene hat, but it melts in the sun like a life without love. Gotta look that up. Polystyrene hat? What's polystyrene hat? I'm doing a Google, but it's bringing up the song. Polystyrene hat, a foam hat. Gotcha. So that's what we're talking about, a foam hat. So you brighten. Okay, so yeah, it's bright because it's bright. It's reflective. It's white, but it melts in the sun. Yeah, you put styrofoam. Is that basically styrofoam in the sun? It's gonna burn and shrivel up. And I've waited for you, so I keep holding on without you. Without you, you're holding on, but you're not getting what you want and who you want. Telephone, socially scared and impaired. If the trees will bloom, the wind can blow without the fruit falling out. If the trees will bloom, the wind can blow the wind without the fruit falling out. Like, we don't have to lose the fruitage of this relationship. We don't have to lose the fruitage of this growth between us. Feels like the wind blows, holding you with us. She takes no other, false light and ashes, blooming like winter. Well, winter doesn't bloom. There's no life in winter. So there's no love in this relationship. That's kind of how I read that, without you. Right? Let's see. Video. Silverchair entered the studio in Sydney to start work on this album. Lead guitarist Daniel Johns wrote the song. Let's see. Early in 2002, Johns was diagnosed with reactive arthritis, which made it difficult for him to play guitar, and subsequent performances supporting the album's release were canceled. Without You was released in 2002, reached number 8 on the Australian ARIA singles charts. The band played The Greatest to You at a ceremony. That's not the song we just listened to. And so on and so forth. Chart information 8, Australia, Canada, 34. Let's hit the next track, which is going to be World Upon Your Shoulders. Come on, Atlas. Dramatic piano.
Other side to cross to when you're not feeling ugly and the world's not too much. Take the world upon your shoulders. Take the world upon your shoulders.
I like the way those harmonies are handled here.
And burn, 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 burn.
Nice pitch down.
Take the world upon your shoulders. Half full glasses, lost in empty houses.
Interesting orchestration
When
there.
you're not feeling ugly, the world's not too much. Take the world upon your shoulders.
Listen to how they all sing that. That's really good. Love this.
Take the world upon your shoulders. Violent, big and violent, like a thing that's big, big and violent.
that emotional guitar solo in there. I'm with it.
When you're not feeling uplifted and the world's not too much, take the world upon your shoulders. Take the world upon your shoulders and burn, 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 burn.
That's a good part.
Take the world upon your shoulders. Take the world upon your shoulders. Take the world upon your shoulders.
This was beginning. It started off in that kind of like, okay, this is the softer, more emotionally building up kind of song, like that power ballady kind of song, right? And it did start off that way. But man, the way they built it up throughout this track, I think kind of superseded and exceeded those expectations. Because I love the way, first of all, the orchestra came in. They came in on the second verse, and the way that they sounded, it didn't sound perfectly in harmony with the music. It almost came in almost as if like a little bit more experimental towards a step of dissonance, for example. And then once they were fully incorporated, you know, coming into the chorus there and further on from there, it was so powerful and uplifting how they just blossomed beneath the band. That was a great standout. The chorus, the band can really bang out a chorus first. The chorus was really, really great. And I love that that all of the band is involved from what it sounds like in the harmonies. It sounds like they all sing the chorus. Daniel kind of takes lead and splits off at certain points, but they are all there. And that part where they're like, burn, 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 burn. That part specifically made me think of what I'm about to say, but the chorus, I guess, could also lend itself to what I'm about to say as well. That way that they all sang together in harmony reminded me of the Beach Boys. Not that they're stylistically similar. Obviously, there's no similarity in that capacity, but just the approach to it. And that really nice pitch bend down, that downward burn, I thought was just so sweet. That was like the sweet note of the chorus every time. And even without that, the chorus was great. and then, as if that wasn't enough, you get a guitar solo in here that just rips passion. That was just really great, how that kind of seemingly came out of nowhere. And yet, when it was there, you could not ignore it. It was just a wonderful guitar solo. This was a really, like, every song, but this one, it was just so fully realized, and it went beyond, like, you know, when I hear this kind of soft opening, especially as like the third, fourth, or fifth track, I'm like, okay, this is that emotional song that's gonna, like, you know, tug on our heartstrings. But man, the way that eventually it gets here, there you go. It is that strong emotional song, but man, does it hit even harder than I thought it was going to. Some would say, never mind, I can't make that pun yet. Give me a second. Let me go over the lyrics and maybe I'll remember to make the pun. All the bridges in the world won't save you if there is no other side to cross to. Can I tell you how I view this? I view this in, to be honest, two ways. I view this as, naturally, you know, all the bridges in the world won't save you, you know, if there's nowhere that bridge is taking you to. I also kind of view this as, you know, perhaps like on a suicidal kind of thing. All the bridges in the world won't save you if there's no other side to cross, you know, afterlife. Like, don't take that way out. Maybe I'm reading too deep into it. When you're not feeling ugly and the world's not too much, take the world upon your shoulders. I like that. When you have the strength, when you're not feeling down on yourself, take the world upon your shoulders and burn. Like, just go. Just do it. Burn brightly. Half empty glasses lost in empty houses when you're not feeling so ugly. Da, da, da. Violent, big, and violent like a thing that's big. just be like, pump yourself up. Is what I'm getting. Don't be afraid when you got the strength, when you have it. Go ahead and use it. Take the world upon your shoulders. Burn brightly. Be violent, not literally, but like be violently motivated. Be big, stand tall, and be ready. That's how I kind of read that. This song kicks. Some would say that it kicks as hard as a one-way mule. Please clap. Here we go. All right. I thought I was going to do it again. I'm in. This is that one. This is them going heavy. I'll turn it off. Kind of grungy. That's that grunge, man. He sings great. Walk you down WrestleMania. Oh, come on. That's so like 90s, early 2000s.
And love me for my mind, 'cause I'm a dangerous heart. When I got time to kill, I'm coming back for you. A stakeout just to find the knife in a dangerous heart. When I got time to kill, I'm coming back to you. To you. To you, yeah.
Yeah, I had a theory before, and I'm gonna look at this because the band has to have come from like that. When I hear that, you don't hear a band starting off in a pop symphonic kind of way and then, oh yeah, we're gonna go do some grunge later on. No. They had to come from that, and that. I'm gonna look up their discography real quick because we're gonna find out. We're gonna do some research here. The heaviest track, obviously, so far on the album. Gone are the graces of the strings. Gone are the humdrum, fanciful lyrics and the bright, happy spaces. No, we're getting down and dirty in the mud. We're letting the bodies hit the floor here. This is such a cool shift from what we heard before. This is just straight punch to the throat, just heavy. When I heard the guitar on this one, completely different from the guitar opening on the previous track. And it's cool for someone like me that has no idea anything about the band. Daniel Johns, he sounds great. Hitting that rough, rigid, gritty, grungy, vocal style. Guitars are appropriately heavy. The music, the drums are just pounding. It has everything you would want from it. Can I tell you? I'd like to do a little bit of research. Come with me down this path. I'm clicking on their Wikipedia. Let's go to their discography here. So you got 5 albums that the band has performed or recorded rather. Frog Stomp, Freak Show, Frog Stomp, Grunge, Alternative Metal. There you go. Freak Show, Grunge, Post Grunge. There you go. Neon Ballroom, Alternative Rock, Artwork. We're taking a turn. Diorama, Where We Are, Alternative Rock, Baroque Pop. We Are Turning. And then their next album, Young Modern, Alternative Rock, Baroque Pop. I don't know how to say Baroque Pop. Glam Rock. We're not presidential. So there's a clear, at least, just looking at the genre labels, there's a clear transition period. There's a clear change that's happening. But as I mentioned, you can hear that their roots were definitely seated in that Frog Stomp, I guess that post-grunge sound that I heard before. And here it comes back. You know what this feels like? This feels like if the previous album and this album kind of were like the change from that grunge style, this is like the band saying, hey, we still got it. For the older fans, don't count us out. Yeah, we're doing this, symphonic kind of mix, this Baroque pop, but don't count us out. We can still hit heavy with the heaviest of them. So you better watch your mouth, brother. One-way mule. Let my spirit ride on a one-way mule. Blister skin in a cold-hearted pool. Distant emotion hides a concrete wall. Naked and anchored, I'll climb right back to you. Love me for my mind, because I'm a dangerous heart. That's what you would write on your notebook in high school. That was someone's yearbook quote in high school. I guarantee you. When I've got time to kill, I'm coming back for you. Distant memories in a cage by my bed. Viscid dreams stick to holes in my head. But a patient career asleep in a Sunday dress rides my wake. I'll come back. I'll stake out just to find a knife in the dangerous heart. When I got time to kill, I'm coming back for you. This is so like I'm sorry, but when I see love me for my mind because I'm a dangerous heart, that's so high school yearbook. The edgy kid put that in his yearbook. Are you kidding me? As his quote. So this song though, it kicks hard, like a mule. Great track. I cannot deny that. Had fun with that one. Let's move over to Tuna in the Brine. Something about it.
I found the keys to my heart.
Now we're back.
When everyone's heart seems so calm, and you found the lock to my dorm and opened the doors to my trust. Find love is true. Let in my darkest hour is fair. Denounce me if anything good. So don't lose your
What are those horns? Piano cascade.
Tell another lie, lie amongst your lies, like children in the
Pizzicato.
Take everything that you're not, and don't be so scared to tell.
So theatrical.
Tempted with evidence, 'cause you come along for the sun. If you come at all, the light in your darkest hours denies me of anything good. So don't lose your eyes.
This was really that big, powerful one. Out of space.
And to lose your heart, you have to lie.
See the keys in the melody are a little darker.
Like Tuna in the brine. And to lose your heart.
Love that note.
And to lose your don't lose your heart. To lose your heart, you have to say.
Piano sounded kind of Carpenter-ish. Going.
Painting a lie, seeing the colors, but you seem closer to everything. Painting a lie, seeing the colors, but you seem closer to everything. Painting a lie, seeing the colors, but you seem closer to everything. Closer now than we ever have been. We're closer now than we ever should. We've been closer now than we've ever been before. Closer to everything. Asking for change, I'm changing everything. Fables, I'm changing everything. It's my time to shine like a jewel in the brine. From my purple chords, I'm changing everything. So one of the animals who
Yeah, he sings amazing. I was just gonna say that.
back, you're making me ill and I can't get enough. So take another pill and tell another lie. A lie amongst your lies, like tuna in the brine.
What I'm thinking is kind of cool and actually interesting as a comparison is between this track and the previous with Mule and Tuna, they're both heavy, but they're heavy in different directions in a completely different way. Whereas Mule is, of course, just a heavy, grungy kicker of a tune. This one is heavy in its orchestral elements, heavy in that deep pocket of melodic approach. Kind of to me reminiscent of Across the Night. Like that one is very deeply melodic, and this one's kind of hitting that same kind of tune. Daniel, I think so far this track is vocally his best. He is just such an amazing singer. So boil it down from his falsettos to the riffing that he performs, which doesn't sound diva-esque. It just sounds like what's needed for the song, and yet still somehow he's showing off the goods. The way he maneuvers around the track. It's going to sound silly, but I wouldn't doubt it if Daniel has some sort of theater experience or drama. Maybe he was a drama kid in school or such. Because maybe it's the music, but the way he works around the music, it seems to have that kind of performance aspect. He seems to kind of have that in the back of his mind, or at least maybe even the forefront of his mind, as he's performing and as he's singing. He just maneuvers so well on the stage, or of course, in this case, in the recording booth. And I think that has to be noticed. This symphony and the orchestration happening around him throughout this track is wonderful. When the acoustic guitar comes in, it's a nice break because the track in the first half is big, it's powerful, and it's a little bit overbearing. Like, it's good, but like, you need those rest. And I think that when that break happens in the middle, it kind of gives you a rest, cools things down for a second before really hitting you back again and again and again. There's a slightly more deeper and darker dramatic turn to the music as well. I think that is just incredibly powerful. And especially, like I said, with Daniel singing, I think that he sings his heart off in this track. It's interesting how it's like, it really is heavy to me, just in a different respect compared to the previous track. I just think that's kind of cool. Let's look at these lyrics. I'll be honest, I wasn't paying attention too much to the lyrics. I fondle keys to my heart when everyone's heart seems so calm, and you found the lock to my dorm and opened the door to my trust fund, my vestry. Ooh, I love all the lock, unlock doors happening here, the different sorts of keys, and oh, that's good. The light in my darkest hour is fear. Interesting that fear is what provides him light. Maybe fear gives him clarity and doesn't allow him to be lied to. Denies me of anything good. So maybe fear is also holding him back, right? So don't lose your heart, you'll need it. And to lose your heart, you'll have to take another pill, to tell another lie and lie amongst your lies, like tuna in the brine. Just sitting there, preserved and stewing. Take everything that you're not and don't be so scared to tamper with. Tampered with evidence, because you'll come along for the sun, if you come at all. Ooh. The light in the darkest hour is fear. Painting a lie, seeing the colors, but you seem closer to everything. Painting a lie, seeing the colors. Like, you're painting your own lie. You're deceiving yourself. You see the colors, but you seem closer to everything. Closer now than we have ever been. We're closer now than we ever should be. We're closer now than we've ever been. Closer to everything. Busking for change and changing everything. Feeble fables aren't changing many things. That's a great line. It's my time to shine like a tuna in the brine. For my pregnant paws aren't changing anything. They want to change something, but they're not, even though there is change happening. I love this line, busking for change and then changing everything. To all of the animals who keep sipping the sweat from my back, you're making me ill and I can't get enough. Kind of like how there's, what are they, the sharks that have those very specific suction fish that latch onto them? The animals who keep sipping the sweat from my back, who keep on, the sweat from my back means I'm working, who keep on feeding off of his hard work. Not only are they making him sick, like he's disgusted at them, but they drive him. They motivate him. So take another pill, tell another lie, and lie amongst your lies like tuna in the brine. Like, go ahead, keep doing it. You're only making me stronger. This is a good album. Let's hit the next track here, which is Too Much of Not Enough.
She tripped on a hole that I dug in the soil to be of a human garden I couldn't stand when the straight postured sun, but you stood in the mud. came outside, when I came along, when I came along, when I came along. So never stop me.
I kind of grungy guitar snuck in there at the transition.
Never stop needing. Close up, it's someone so
Hey.
close up, it's someone so close. All we need is just a taste. I strap myself
Nice lightning back to the transition.
for a safe second ride before it started a train. To be anything I saw fit, and it all seemed to fail. But you came undone when I came along, when I came along, when I came along.
This is that grunginess sneaking in. That.
Never stop needing. You never stop needing.
That's a Phantom of the Opera riff. Don't lie to me.
Close up, it's someone so close. All we need is just a taste.
I kind of softened it up halfway through.
Downward lies and shallow chill, broken stains and stolen will. I seem to know
That organ again.
I'm not enough. You came much closer than this had before. You came much closer than this.
Okay, okay. Okay. Okay.
You never stop needing. You never stop needing. You never stop needing. And it's good for
If this track was competing in the Olympics, it would definitely get the gold medal on the balance beam, because this is a track of perfect balance. You have like the emotional send off and direction from Daniel singing here. The chorus is once again catchy, and it has those kind of lighter alternative rock emotional moments to it. But then it also has a few of those heavier alternative rock and grungy moments in there as well. So not only is the band at this track treading on that balance beam very well, but it's like having the scales. You have the lightness from maybe Daniel singing and the chorus, and especially the second half of this track where it does lighten up. But then you have the Phantom of the Opera riff, bum, 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 coming in so quick. You have some of those guitar riffs flip switching in there really quickly, providing a nice heaviness. And those kind of act as those rocks, pulling it down a little bit. So this track, I think, is really perfectly balanced and all without those orchestral elements. We get a little bit of organ in here from what I can hear. But besides that, this is kind of a straightforward one. And can I tell you, I really like how they achieve that. I like their style and how they mix it. So let me pull the track back here really quick. Too much or not. The chorus is once again just brilliant. Like they just do a fantastic job with the choruses, right? Like okay, that when you hear that little and this, right? Okay, when you hear that like that guitar, the way I described it is probably not right, but the way the guitar kind of leads you in, you're like, okay, we're still moving into this more rock-centric, grunge-centric, guitar-led kind of style, which they do a great job of. But when it hits the chorus, you hit that emotional high. And, hold on. Let me pull it back. Before. There you go. And maybe there's no orchestration here, but I feel like the singing from Daniel and the rest of the band coming in on backup as well, I feel like that almost acts as hitting a similar method that the strings would. They're just using their voices to do it while letting this track be more guitar centric. And this is completely different from where it ends up halfway through. It begins to lighten. Oh, there you go. It begins to lighten itself up. And even before that, it does so right here. So it's just really cool, like listening to this track and hearing the band once again kind of perfectly maneuvering and balancing on this musical beam that they're playing on, and provide it in a satisfying, entertaining, and meaningful way to put all that out there. This is a really surprisingly good album. And when I say surprisingly good, I don't mean like I thought it was going to be bad, but the first track set me up for something. It set me up with certain expectations. And those, it's gone beyond those expectations, because I really thought that this was going to be like kind of, okay, this is a pop rock album with some nice big theatrical kind of flair to it. And it is in many respects, but can I tell you, it's a lot more than that. She tripped on a hole that I dug in the soil. To be part of a human garden I couldn't stand in the straight postured sun, but you stood in the mud, which came unsoiled. So he couldn't stand in the straight sun, but somehow this other person could stand in mud. When I came along, you never stopped needing. You never stopped needing. A close look at something so close. Too much of not enough, like it's never enough. And there's too much of that. Sometimes it is enough, right? All we need is just a taste. Sometimes you don't need the whole thing. I strapped myself in for a safe saccharide. Before it started, I tried to be anything I saw fit. Before I go on, I want to Google that word because I actually don't know what it means. Saccharide. All right. I know saccharine, but saccharide. Okay, another term for sugar, it says. Okay. Well, there you go. It's another term for sugar. All right. So I strapped myself for a safe saccharide for a safe, sweet trip. And I also kind of read that as a sack ride, like he's kind of doing a pun there. A little double entendre. Before I started, I tried to be anything I saw fit, and it all seemed to fit. But you came undone. The corn reference. I like that line as well. I tried to do anything and be anything I saw fit, and it all did work. It all did fit. But you came unraveled. Blind white lies and shallow truth, broken strings and stolen youth. I've seen too much of not enough. I've seen too much of what not enough can do to a person, or someone who doesn't think they've had enough can do to a person. You came much closer than they had before. Too much of not enough, like you were almost there. And then he just says, you never stop needing, and it's good for nothing. They do, they have a lot of great writing here when it comes to the lyrics and such as well. Next track, Love Your Life, and I'm talking L-U-V.
You don't know the truth, and I love your life. You don't know the truth, and I love your life. Thrust the candle to to the dark of your disease. Burn the fish plate, execute ill memories. Labyrinth of sympathy in which I'm lost and can't leave. And too much truth overshadows the limelight. 'Cause what lies beneath the clouds isn't all to perception. And I'll pay for sanity, but sanity don't come cheap.
It's a good line.
You don't know the truth, and if you live, you don't know the truth, and if you live, 'cause you don't know the truth, and I love you, You don't know the truth, and I love your life. You don't know the truth, and I love your life. And you don't know the truth, I love your life. Flinch against the fire, and this pain will soar. And I'm all by myself, the way I wanna be. I'm content to be all by myself. And frozen eyes, I'm bound to melt.
Those dudes are catchy. Deep orchestration hit. Okay, time signature. I hear you. Okay, Love Your Life, to me, is very easily the weakest song on the album. This is the one that I find to be a little bit fillerish. You know, it sounds nice, the strings are cool, the orchestration's nice, Daniel sings great. It's all in all very well played, but this one I'm finding nothing really interesting about it. This one kind of sounds like the single you would hear on the radio. This one sounds like, you know, but a bad single. I don't mean to be insulting, but it just doesn't hit those unique cadences that every other track has hit. And even when, as mentioned before, when the album does go into those more sweeter, you know, emotional moments, I feel like the other tracks have done it with just so much more to it. Whereas this one, it's just like, okay, this I would hear and forget. If this was the first track I heard from the band, I'm like, okay, it's fine. You know, it's not really that interesting though. But yeah, I find this one okay. I don't have a lot to say on it. I just find it missing. I just want more out of it. Every other track on here has been absolutely brilliant, but this one, it does leave a little bit to be desired. I don't know the truth, and I love your life. Or I'm sorry, you don't know the truth, and I love your life. Thrust the candle to the dark of your disease. Burn the fish plate, execute ill memories. Labyrinth of sympathy in which I'm lost and can't leave. He's lost inside of this person. Perhaps he's lost inside of their persona, their feelings, who they are, their life, as he says. And too much truth overshadows the lime lies, because what lies beneath the clouds is an altered perception. And I'll pay for sanity, but sanity don't come cheap. Like he'll pay for this sanity to have himself, to return to himself, but it's going to come with a cost. You don't know the truth and I love your life, because you don't know the truth and I love your life. Flinch against the fire, but this ain't winter, and I'm all by myself. Like, okay, flinch against the fire. Like he's drawing near the fire for warmth, but it's not winter, so he flinches by it. The pain isn't worth it because it's not in season, so to speak. Whereas if he was cold, he would, of course, be okay, perhaps, getting closer to the fire. The way I want to be, where I'm content to be all by myself, and frozen eyes are bound to melt. You don't know the truth. Yeah, like I said, this song, let's see. Daniel Johns was incapacitated by his arthritis, and the band needed to release another song to prevent commercial momentum for the album from coming to a complete halt. That's all I need to read, honestly. It was dedicated by Johns to all my ladies. This one written on piano. Bassist, he says this is his favorite song on the album. Peaked at number 20 on the Australian recording, huh? But the music video was made in which the band was portrayed as animated characters. This mostly because Daniel Johns was incapacitated, as we mentioned, and the band needed to release another song to prevent commercial momentum from coming to a halt. I mean, in my opinion, I know that it specifies for the music video, but that kind of tells me what I need to hear. That tells me exactly what I'm feeling about this track. The Lever. Let's go ahead and pull it. And if you ever have time in your life, if you ever hear me say better Nate than Lever, and I'm not saying better late than never, better Nate than Lever. If you ever hear me say that, take some time out of your day and read the story of Nate the Snake. Take some time. You'll enjoy it. All right, let's pull the lever. We're back. Nice turn up. Oh, that's such a like a typical grunge kind of riff. kind of a cool melody sneaking out of there. Like how that follows his voice. It's a sax. That is so deep and dirty and nasty. Oh, fire my hand. They said, yeah, let's pull the lever off of Love Your Life. Let's dump that through the trap door to the piranha pool below. And then let's bring back the grunge. Let's bring back the heaviness. They brought it back heavy, too. The ending breakdown is probably the heaviest moment on the album thus far. No doubt about that. Once you hear those, I don't know, is that drop D tuning or whatever? Once that comes in, it's just... Brontosaurus stomps all over the place, all over the rest of the tracks. It's just big, heavy, giant steps. And I ain't talking Coltrane. Like, it's just one after the other. That's a great ending. The lever is not as good as the Mule, though. Like, Mule, I feel like that was the grunge track. This one, it hit some highs, especially with that ending and some of the guitar moments as well. But I feel like this one is... I don't know what it is about it, but... I don't know. I don't like the chorus that much on this one for some reason. There's something about the way he sings in the chorus. But there's moments in here. I love that guitar back there. Love this little kind of almost like a quasi thrash riff just slowed down and grungified, right? Like there's moments in here. The chorus there. I don't like the chorus. I'll tell you, it's a little whiny. It's a little whiny. You know, I've praised Daniel this whole album, but I do not like the chorus in Lever. However, this is when the kids in the pit they're doing all this and all that stuff. They're windmilling, which ruins it for everybody. So don't do that. But it is a really nice breakdown, but not a fan of the chorus. Living your life like a bull in the trade. He doesn't know how it feels. Under my thumb, like a bone under nail. She's in the know. How's it feel? Live your life under machine guns, canary down the mine. Maybe I'm on the lever. Spoiling my broth like a radio kid. Program computerized minds. Waving my luck under your nose like I found a 4-leaf clover. Like just rubbing your face in it, basically. Turn the mirrors, face the wall. Turn the mirrors, face the wall. I see. Don't you feel a little weak? And I'd catch you when you fall, but you're falling all the time. Do you need it anymore? Do you need a little more? Change of question. Maybe I'm on the lever. So maybe he's the one in control. Does he realize he's the one in control? Let's move on to the next track, which is my favorite thing, or at least one of them. This already hits heartfelt in a way, like more to me. I love that swing of it too.
Blind the afternoon, stimulate the tunes of angels. Open my heart, won't fall apart. So don't fall apart. You're my favorite.
That even sounds like gorgeous with that orchestra. Very much so. That's a sweet note. That orchestral spill was really good. Make it rise. Put that yeast in it. Nice littles. See, I can't tell you exactly what it is. You know, music hits everybody differently. But favorite thing, you know, softened everything, brought back that orchestration, moved back towards something guitar-led but more acoustic. And this one felt over emotional to me. This one felt so lovely to listen to in a positive way, over emotional. This one felt like genuine. It felt heartfelt. The way that the orchestral elements not only, you know, lifted up the music, as we've heard, you know, many times before in this album, but there's a couple moments where the orchestral elements fill in, like where a drum fill would go or like where a guitar fill would go, a little riff, but the orchestra does that. And I like that choice. It's a small thing, but it's small things that make a big difference. And I love that moment there when it happens, because it's like the orchestra already is lifting the music, but it's like a gust of wind, a breeze. It's just a brief one, just a moment, and it just like prepares to lift us up for this musical flight that the music delivers and takes us onto. I think that was really lovely. The chorus, once again, feels like heartfelt and passionately sung and performed. And there's not, like, this is a track I also would say, I don't think that there's as much in here that stands out as like, okay, this is really cool, this is really cool, this is really cool, as opposed to some of the other tracks on here. But I do find myself drawn to this track more than, for example, like the previous two, because there's just something about it. Could I tell you exactly what that something is? Could I put my finger on it? Maybe not. But I enjoy it. That's what I got to say. I can't say exactly, but I enjoy it. Got my fever down, then weighed it up, and I know the sounds remaining won't strain all the slit from my eyes. Like it won't strain all the slit from my eyes, the sleep from my eyes, I would assume. Bleach the green from the pastures, feast on the gray of the night. Straight from the vine's refusal to shine. You're my favorite thing. You're my favorite, the one that I love. You're the one, so I die for your love. Blind the deafened moon, stimulate the tombs of angels. I'll open my heart, won't fall apart, so don't fall apart. Like, I'll open my heart and it won't fall apart for you. So when I show you my love, when I tell you I love you, please don't fall apart from me. Like, hopefully they're both feeling reciprocated in each other's love and each other's favorite thing. But the opening verses confused me. Got my fever down, then waited up. Like, he got his fever down, his infatuation. He got that down and away from that, and his love is still remaining for this person. It's not just a fever. It's not just a quick infatuation. He got that feverish love down, or that feverish feeling, and now he's weighing it up and realizing, okay, it's actually love. He's weighing and measuring it and realizing he actually loves this person, right? I know this sounds remaining one strain for all this surprise. Bleach the green of the pastures, feast on the gray of the night, stripped and finds refusal to shine. I won't lie, this confuses me. I don't have the answer on that one. I don't even have an inkling of an idea for that one. So now let's go ahead and dive into the final track of the album after all these years. This one is the one that features the hidden track, which, Andrea, you said that there's some silence in here. So we'll see how it goes. If we get to the silence and there's nothing happening for a while, I'll probably, like, little by little kind of skip ahead so we don't sit there for however many minutes of silence it's going to be. But we'll find out. Let's go.
Breathe in the night, that crusted tired sunrise.
Kinda queenish.
Born again, the day brings young naivety. A laptop souvenir is worth the wait in silver and golden sun. You'll be home again, and I'll be home again. Mending my sleep, unboxing under.
There's that theatrical hop to it.
Waddle on the wake, waking on the sun.
Yes.
A summer day. And after all these years, forget about all the troubled times.
Those rhythmic changes are really good.
Forget about all the troubled times. And every father's pain casts a shadow over a broken son. You'll be whole again, and I'll be whole again. Munificent, artless anesthetic, playing like a scared enthusiastic porn.
Right?
After all these years,
That's
forget
good.
about all the troubled times. And after all these years, forget about all the troubled times. The troubled time, all those years I was hurting to feel some.
He maneuvers so good, bro.
After all these years,
Okay, so I don't know where the hidden track is going to be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it keep on playing while we talk about it. That's probably the safest way to do that. This is a fantastic ending to the album, unless the hidden track, the true ending. But this is deeply emotional, so resonant, wonderful playing between, Daniel singing, the piano, and those orchestral elements coming in. This is the emotional sweet spot, I think, of the album. This hits that nice crest. It's a very satisfying ending as well. And I like how relatively stripped back it is, relatively straightforward. Yes, the orchestra's there, but it's not like so much. It's just like a little light in the music. No drums, no extra accoutrement. It's really just straightforward emotion. And even lyrically, it's very sweet and sentimental. It feels kind of like I'm like listening to make sure that I'm like missing like something quiet happening. It feels very like this is something I'm passing down. This is something that you're going to inherit. It mentioned, father and a broken son and such. So we'll kind of dive into that. But it feels very heartfelt, perhaps in some way personal. Let's find out. By the way, I still have the song playing. So if something happens, that's what's happening. Breathe in the night that crushed a tired sunrise. Born again, the day brings young naivety. Like you didn't learn, right? A laptop souvenir is worth the weight in silver and gold. And son, you'll be home again and I'll be whole again. I like that. Mend in my sleep, I'm boxing underwater. Waddle, like when you're dreaming, you're trying to run, but you can't. Waddle in the wake, waking on a summer day. And after all these years, forget about all the troubled times. Like, forget that. I'm just happy to have you back. And every father's pain casts a shadow over a broken son. You'll be whole again and I'll be whole again. Magnificent, artless, and ascetic, playing like a scared, enthusiastic pawn. So at first I was reading this as a positive thing, and the music feels positive, but this isn't positive. The troubled times, all those years I was hurting to feel something more than life. All those years. All these years, forget about the troubled times. Forget about the troubled times. The troubled times, all those years I was hurting to feel something more than life. So at first, I really was reading this as a positive thing, but these lines make me think that maybe there's something negative about it. Is there anything on this track here? Let me see. After years, you're giving me nothing, huh? I just feel like there's something about it, but I guess not. And it did say here on the lyrics, obviously mentioning this outro, the hidden track, ambient noise and piano keys. So we'll hear a little something at some point. Let's see. It's going to scare you the same way it's going to scare me probably when it comes in. Let's just read a little information about the album while we're finishing out, waiting for that to play. Like mentioned, it was their fourth studio album. Let's see. Johns wrote most of the album on piano instead of guitar, while the band took a 12-month break. We read this previously as well. Contains numerous orchestral arrangements and power ballads, a change from the grunge, there you go, music typical of their earlier work, but consistent with their previous album. The album's title refers to a world within a world. Diorama, there you go, that makes sense. I used to love making dioramas in school. They worked with a new producer. Though Lane had produced the band's previous 3 albums, lead singer Daniel Johns decided he needed someone who understood where he wanted to go. Of course, you have a dream, you have a vision of the music, and you want someone to be able to bring that to life or help you bring it to life. He believed that Diorama would be the kind of record that people are either going to be into or really going to hate. We're at 8 minutes out of this 10-minute hidden track, just so you know. He initially recorded 8 songs only to delete the files, thinking they were too similar on tracks to the previous album. Leaving the security and darkness of his earlier work, he restarted from scratch. That's really interesting. I wonder if those files are anywhere. Representing a radical change in the music, as we had read. Let's see. Johns commented on the difference in how his vocals resonated within the piano as compared to the guitar. Let's see. Several songs were inspired by Natalie Imbruglia, Smoke. You thought I was going to talk about Torn, but Smoke is a really good track from her. But he cautioned against possible misinterpretations of the song, stating, everyone will think that any lyric that's about someone in a positive light will be about her, and noting that there were other people he cared about for whom he wrote the songs. He denied rumors that he had written songs intending for her to sing them. It'd be really cool if she. Oh, it'd be really cool if she popped up. In the. Is that the music? Am I hearing something or am I not hearing something? I knew it. And now we can say that we've properly completed the album listen of Diorama from Silverchair. I was scanning as that outro played, so that's pretty much all the information I was looking at. Everything else is just releases and reception and stuff like that. Okay, favorite tracks on the album? Across the Night. I love Way Mule. I would probably say Across the Night, Way Mule, and Tuna in the Brine. On a first listen. But can I tell you, besides Love Your Life and Lever, I think every track was really, really fantastic. And so the other tracks I would like to listen to again, but if I'm thinking about it on a first listen, just glancing at the track list again, definitely Across the Night, Way Mule, and Tuna in the Brine. Those are, right now on a first listen, my 3 favorite tracks. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Andrea, thank you so much for the suggestion. Thank you so much for the sponsorship, for the over-the-top support. Really, really appreciate that. And for it to be such a fun album to listen to is really a joy. You know, it was so fun. The first track gave me certain expectations of what to expect, and the band exceeded it and went into completely different directions than what I was thinking it was going to go. So that was fun, and it makes it like fun and entertaining for me here as well. So I really appreciate that. Thanks for the introduction to the band. A nice introduction. Hope that you guys enjoyed it as well. Let me know your thoughts down there in the comments below. Have a wonderful rest of your afternoon, and I will see you all later.